Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing with you a Goodwill Thrift Haul. This is the second Goodwill I went to on the weekend where they were having 25% off the entire store for all customers, not just those that have discount cards, which I do have, like I said in the last video. And with the discount card, you have to spend a certain amount to get to the different tiers of discounts. But this was just an even 25% off for the entire store, so it was a great day to go. I didn't have to worry about picking up a certain amount to get the discount. I could just get whatever I felt like getting and get out of there for a good price. So let's go ahead and start with the first items I picked up. Now these are hand-painted molds from probably around the 1970s. I believe they're Atlantic molds, and I paid $6 for the set. There are two of them. I guess you can't really see that one. Okay. So there are two of them here. These sell really nicely for me. Especially the black ones with the metallic. I've sold a few now, and I can get about 38 to 42 for them with free shipping included. So definitely a good find whenever I see these ones. This next item, this is the first time I've actually ever seen these in person. They are Hazel Atlas Crinoline, I think is how you say it. They have the little ripple around the edges. They usually come in either pink or this turquoise color here. There is only two of them, and they were marked $5, which is, you know, a little pricey for the thrift store, but with my discount, $3.75, which isn't too bad. I think I can get $22 for them with shipping included in the price. So a little bit of a profit there, but I definitely was happy to see them. Had they had, you know, a few more, I definitely could have made a better profit, but with the two, that's about as best as I can do. Very cool find though. I am such a sucker for the tollware items. I love the hand-painted pieces. And this one is super adorable. It's this little tray, but it has this kind of lattice design around the edge as well, which I really liked. It was marked 2, so I paid $1.50. This one here has some wear to it. If it was in perfect condition, I probably could ask about 20 to 22. But since it does have some scratching in the black, I think I can get probably about $15.99 for it with shipping included in the price. So that's what I will list it for. It's still super cute. I like that it has this because you can easily hang that on the wall for decor. Of course, you could use it as a little tidbit tray as well, but very nice. I love this tollware. I was excited when I saw this 1971 King Sealy thermos. I love this color blue. It's very wonderful. I've come across these before, but normally they have dents all through them. This one does not have any dents. It does have the normal condition issues with a little bit of wear, some patina, a little bit of maybe rust on it, but it's still super nice. Like I said in the thrift with me, people like to just collect these and kind of decorate them on the shelf, so they do look really nice all together. And yeah, I just love this color. I think I can get about $25 to $28 for this with free shipping included. I picked up this beautifully painted folk art piece. It was marked 3, so I paid $2.25 for it. And I am going to list this up on eBay auction. This reminds me of the paintings, if you guys remember, that looks very similar to this. And I had those up on auction. There were 2 people that bidded on it, and then the winner bid, the person that won the bid never paid for it. So I have to relist those. I just kind of been sitting on them because I was kind of like, okay, what do I do now? They never would pay, so eventually I just, canceled it or whatever, and I'm going to relist them, and this would actually pair really nicely with those, so maybe they'll both sell together. We will see there. I would expect to get about $10 for this. I think it's really nice. It does have a hanger on the back, and it's kind of this clay kind of pottery, so it's really nice. I like that quite a bit. I have had a couple of issues on eBay. As you guys know, I just started selling on there. Etsy is my main platform, and I really do like the Etsy platform better, but I've been experimenting with eBay, and I've had a few issues with people winning bids and not wanting to pay, so they've asked me to cancel their orders after, or they just don't pay at all. So it's a little frustrating, I must admit. I'm used to, smooth sailing on Etsy, so we will see how long I stick with eBay, but I thought this would be cool to put up with those while I relist them, so we will see. This was a really nice find. This is a vintage Japan vase and it has this beautiful peacock design to it. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous crazing throughout the entire piece. And it just looks really stunning, honestly. I'm not huge into the crazing on pieces, it's just normal wear that happens on pottery pieces that are older, but this just really makes it, I think. If it was just plain, I don't think I would have liked it as much. I think I can get about 30 to 35 for it with free shipping. It is a little bit heavy, so it will cost a little bit more to ship, but I think that's a pretty reasonable price given the size to it and the age, so we will see how that does. I was happy when I saw this bud vase in the blue. Blue's a little bit harder for me to find, and you guys know I like to incorporate this in my green glassware. I think those two colors just look amazing at Christmas time, so I am trying to collect more of the blue. It's just a good color for Christmas, right? So yeah, it was only $1. I paid 75 cents for it, and I'm keeping it. This was kind of a neat find. This is a vintage 1980s Leonard silver plated and crystal serving bowl, or what do they call it, sauce set. And I did open it. It was already kind of open in the store, and they're marked. They're wrapped up in their original plastic. But even so, the silver still has a little bit of patina to it. I don't know how that happens when they're, still new and wrapped, but it did. I think that is normal of silver anyways, and I'm sure someone would definitely enjoy this. I know the silver plate stuff is popular right now. I paid $2.25 for it, and I think I can get about 22 for the set with shipping included. While I do collect vintage nursery planters, teddy bears are really not my thing. I don't know why. I just don't really like using them in decor, but I did think this one was really nice. It has the teddy bears there, and then it has the ABCs on it on the block. It is a vintage Nancy Pugh nursery planter. I paid $1.50 for it because it was marked 2. I am going to list this up on eBay auction because I'm not really sure of the market on the nursery planters like this. I think I could get about $12 for it plus shipping, so we will see how it does there. If there's anybody out there that likes teddy bears, maybe even a little bit more than me. The bells and the clowns are still very well alive at this thrift store. I happened to find a couple new ones that I didn't see the previous week, and the only bell I picked up was this vintage 1980s California Hollywood bell. Mark II, paid $1.50, and yeah, I like that it was marked down here 1984, so I knew the exact date to it. It's put out, well, the copyright is Carol Western, and it's a beautiful design, so that'll be listed. I might just try that on Etsy. I did the other ones up on eBay auction. Haven't gotten any bites on them yet, so I might just go ahead and try that on Etsy. This is a beautifully made skeleton key rack. I love the two-tone colored of the wood there. I've seen cutting boards like that as well, and I've yet to buy one, but I'm determined. I think the next cutting board I get will look like that. They're super gorgeous. Now I paid, well, it's marked 3, so I paid $2.25 for it. And the neat thing about this, it was actually handcrafted at the Maine State Prison. Now I know there's some kind of program, there was a store nearby there, and I think the prisoners are paid a little bit of money while they're making stuff and they're trying to sell it while they're rehabilitating themselves. I'm not quite sure how the program works, but I think they are compensated a little bit for this, while they're doing their time. And it's just kind of neat to think, what they're thinking while they're making these items. And it's so beautifully crafted, but you kind of have to think about, their story and, the hope they must have felt while they were making the piece. So I think it's really nice, and I think I can probably get about 22, maybe 25 for it with free ship. We can do a few of the Christmas pieces I picked up. This is probably my favorite Christmas mug I've ever found. I thought it was so funny. It has Santa here and he's saying ho ho hum, and it says Santa before his first cup of coffee. Isn't that fun? So it was only marked $1. I think it's, worth more than that for sure. I was surprised they didn't have 3 on it. But 75 cents I paid. This was a shoebox greetings, which is a tiny little division of Hallmark, so it is a Hallmark mug. And yeah, I I don't know if I'm putting this on eBay or Etsy. I feel like when I put the coffee mugs on Etsy, they don't sell very well, but this one is really nice and kind of different and in season, so we will see where I end up putting it, but it might go on eBay. One of my favorite things about thrifting is finding the handmade pieces, and this is another good one there. So this was made in 1998 by, I believe it says either Bo or Barry Williams. It's signed on the back. It was marked 2. I paid $1.50 for it, and I think I could probably get $18.99 to maybe $22 with free shipping for it. So that will be listed. I think it's beautifully done, nicely made, and nicely painted. So I saw this stoneware divided dish in the glassware section, and I really liked it. It's purple and blue, but I was kind of nervous whether it would be old enough to list on Etsy, which is where I like to, list my items. But when I flipped it over, there still had a little bit of the original sticker on it, and right here it said copyright 1997, and I was like, yes! I was so excited. So they marked it $3. I paid $2.25 for it. It's super heavy duty. I thought it was absolutely stunning and beautiful. I think I can get about $35 for it with free shipping included. Shipping will be probably around the $10 to $14 mark because it is super heavy. But yeah, I think that is an okay profit and definitely a great score. I was happy that was old enough. I picked up a couple of grab bags. This one was marked $2. I paid $1.50 for it. Inside this one was a couple of vintage clown ornaments. This wooden one here wasn't anything I was necessarily into, but it was the other two. It's kind of cute though. But this is the main one I saw. Isn't that so cute? I will put this on my Christmas tree. I have a few other ones similar to this that I put on my tree. This one is dated 1975, so definitely a fun little guy there. And then the other one that was inside, I don't like as much. I don't see a date on him, but I still would probably use him. He's a little larger than I would like for an ornament, but I'll probably still keep him. I like the clowns and stuff, so I think he's kind of cute and definitely vintage looking. Close by to where I picked up that clown bag, I found a couple pieces on the top shelf. The first one I grabbed was a ashtray. It was probably otagiri as well, but I set it back because you guys know how I feel about ashtrays and stuff. Though someone did mention that I could possibly pick them up because a lot of people like to use them for paintbrush holders now, and we can kind of repurpose it even though we might not necessarily like what its original use was for, right? So it's something to think about. I'm kind of still on the fence about whether I would want to do that, but they are really pretty is the issue, and why would they make something so pretty for such a bad use? But this was right by there. It looked very similar, and this is a vintage Japan otagiri trinket dish here, and it has this owl design on it. It's kind of gold, and yeah, it says otagiri on the inside cover. Design Gibson Greeting Cards Inc. So I'm not sure the exact age to it, but it's really nice. There is a little bit tiny chip there. It's almost like more like a paint. Is it kind of, yeah, I guess it's a little bit more of a chip. It's really tiny though. And then there's like a bump, original manufacturer bump there, but it's not too serious at all. Marked $3, paid $2.25 for it. If it didn't have the condition issue, of course I could ask a little bit more for it, so I think I can probably get maybe between $15.99 to $18.99 for it with shipping included. This was the last day I went looking for Halloween items, and I didn't pick up any Halloween decor, but I did look through the costumes, and that's where they held most of the women's vintage clothing, right? And I found a couple pieces I really liked. I will likely resell these just because they're not my size, but I did like them. This is a vintage skirt here. I think it's what they might call a pencil skirt, I don't really know, but it's kind of pleated, and I really love the design to it. I believe it's a 10 petite. I know vintage sizes are a little different, but yeah, I thought that was really nice. I think it was marked $5. Most of their clothing is $5 or $6. And then with a 25% off, I got it for $3.75. and I'm not sure if I want to list this in Etsy or if I want to start selling on Poshmark, because the winter is coming and I thought it might be fun to try a new market maybe, so we will see. I heard good and bad things about selling on Poshmark. I know it takes some extra time because you have to do the sharing of closets or something like that. So I don't know. This might just end up on Etsy, but I thought that was a fun skirt. And then the other one I got was a vintage nightgown. This is from the 1980s and it's very stunning. I like that it has the pastel stripes on it. Let's see if I can hold it up good enough for you guys. Okay, so you can kind of see it there. It does have pockets in it, which I like. And it has these snap buttons, which is really nice. This was marked $5. You can see the Halloween tag on it. So $3.75 for this. It has beautiful lace detailing around the collar as well as the sleeves. And I feel like the nightgowns sell for a decent amount of money. So this will be listed. I did try it on and it sort of fits me, but I'm a little bit big on the top, so it's a little bit tight, honestly, up there. So it is made in 1982. On the tag it says by Artistic Fantasy, so Monticello, Florida, and it says it's just a size small, but I think it fits me, and I usually run about a medium large, and so I think it's probably about more size of a medium large person. So if you do like your clothes a little bit loose, I guess it does work for a small. I guess pajamas are kind of that way, so maybe that's what they intended that to be. I do like to collect vintage state toothpick holders. It's something I think I picked up my first one last year, and then I've come across a couple in my travels this year, and you know, you have 2 or 3 things of it, and hey, you got a collection, right? So I've been seeing them, I've been picking them up, and they're just the perfect size to kind of have a little state souvenir, which, you know, I like the United States kind of souvenir stuff, so it's perfect for me. It was $1. I paid 75 cents for it. This had some condition issues, but I think, you know, for what I'm going to use it for, just setting it on a shelf, it's perfectly fine. So this is from the state of Maine where I live. I have never come across these from the state, and all the ones I found have been in Maine, but they're not Maine ones, so that was kind of fun to find. I'll show you the few others that are in my current collection here in the Be Real. I found a couple of vintage 90s Christmas stamps. They are made in the USA. This one here with the snowman is from 1966. And then this one has a snowflake on it, and it is from 1992. So both made in the USA and California. This one is from Petaluma, California, and then this one was made in Santa Rosa, California, so that's kind of interesting there. But yeah, these sell for decent, especially if you get a certain type. I'm just getting into the stamps. I just happened to see them. They seem like a good find. I paid 75 cents a piece, so $1.50 for the set. I will sell them together since they are on point with theme. And I think I can get maybe about $15.99 with free shipping included for them, so a little bit of a profit there. I thought these coasters were really cute. They're metal coasters, and they just have a little Frosty and Mrs. Frosty on it, and it says Merry Christmas. The unfortunate thing, it does say made in China on all of them in ink here, which is really annoying. Why didn't they just put this sticker on the back? No one wants to see that on there. But it's really tiny, it's not that serious. $2, it was marked for the set of 6, paid $1.50 for them. I think I can probably get maybe about 15 to 18 with free ship for it, so very cute. I did find 1, 2, and 3 bags of the Christmas grab bags. I think I'm just going to share those in a separate haul like I did last year. I would just kind of unbag them and show you each ornament. So I think I'm going to do that in the next video and just kind of have fun with that. There's quite a few here, so this video would be too long to really share. But there's some cute ones that I kind of found in there, and we'll see if there's anything neat that I didn't happen to notice. So definitely, if you guys want to check that out, make sure you are subscribed. Hit the like on your way out if you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.